Hi there, I'm Adam Meister, VoteMD.info. We're going to talk about the Baltimore city election right now, coming up in April, and my theory of existence. So right now, many people do not know who David Warnock or Elizabeth Embry are. And in the polls, there's been a poll, and I will link to that poll. You can see that they're not doing very well, but they have a lot of money, and so they're going to be able to buy their people's knowledge of them, their existence, their very existence. So David Warnock is so new to the political scene. I had not even heard of him a year ago. I learned of his existence totally, and he had some foundation or something like that. So he has a lot of money, and a lot of people have yet to learn about him. So again, in the poll, Stokes and Pugh lead in the white vote. And they lead both Embry and Warnock. Well, and 23% of whites are undecided. Well, Embry and Warnock are going to use their money to get informed white voters and black voters, but informed white voters that they exist. So we have to break this down racially here. And so some of these white voters who were supporting Stokes and Pugh or supporting no one are going to be like, oh, wow, this guy exists. I'm going to vote for, or this woman exists. I'm going to vote for them now. And it's important to note that right now, according to the poll, that the women, Dixon and Pugh, lead in men supporting them. They're ahead of Warnock. So he will try to use some of his money to get men to even know who he is, and he will, and they'll learn who he is. And some of the men who were supporting Pugh and Dixon will move over to him. If Elizabeth Embry ran on her own, if Warnock wasn't running, I think she'd have a great shot at winning now. I'm very surprised at the amount of money that she has, but they are definitely going to split the white vote. And of course, some of the black candidates will get the white vote also. But the black candidates there's 4 major black candidates, they're going to split up the black vote. And so if there's only one white person running with a lot of money, Warnock, and I think Elizabeth Embry more so than Warnock since she's a woman, she would probably become the mayor. But that is not the case, but it's something interesting to think about. We have 6 major candidates here, and they're going to split the vote up in such an amazing little way that we could have a winner that has the winner of the election could have 22% of the vote. And it would be interesting to see if Carl Stokes, if he dropped out, I'm not saying he's going to drop out, how that would affect the vote. I mean, I think Dixon would then become the winner if Carl Stokes dropped out, that enough of his voters would go over to her. Because again, in the polling right now, the polling right now is based on people not knowing who Embry and Warnock are. So if you look at this polling information that I'm talking about, you have to take into account that the people that have a lot of money, Warnock and Embry, are going to be able to buy their existence, buy people's knowledge of their existence very soon. And going back to knowing who exists and who doesn't, it's a very important reminder is that Pugh and Dixon and Mosby and Stokes, people already know who they are. So they don't have to use their money to buy their existence. And right now in the poll, and maybe not Mosby, maybe they don't know who he is. He's going to have to buy some. But people right now, when they take a poll, they know who the 3 establishment people who've been around for a long time. They don't need to introduce themselves to the voters. So their potential growth in those terms doesn't exist. But the other candidates, they have a lot of room to grow because people don't know who they are. But again, Pugh has raised a lot of money, and so has Dixon, so they're going to be able to use their money for other things. And speaking about money, Dixon, she raised a lot of money, but Pugh raised more money than Dixon. Dixon is clearly not the money-raising machine she used to be. Is she going to be the marketing machine that she used to be? Is she going to be able to bus all the people to the polls that she used to bus? That maybe if her budget is less than it used to be, less than the old Sheila Dixon, if she's only 80% of the Sheila Dixon machine, is she only going to be able to get, not 80% of the votes, but just in this situation, she's going to get less votes probably. So there's what I have to say today. Think about it all, the numbers, the racial breakdown, and how these candidates that have raised a lot of money, how they're going to inform people of their existence. Because, a lot of people laugh at Warnock, that he, Warnock, I can't even say his name. That's how unknown he is. They laugh, and I don't think he's going to win, but I think he's going to make a major dent in this election and make a major difference and lead and make this totally unpredictable because of the money and the vote and people learning about him over and over. Because you're going to see those advertisements a lot. Again, Adam Meister, I'll talk to you later.